Hello my friend, it is your brother Hampton from Hybrid Calisthenics. Today I just wanted to do a quick discussion video on something that comes up a lot and is very important, which is staying motivated to exercise. This is something that comes up a lot in our community. Whenever I make content, whenever I show our routine, whenever I show exercises, there's usually a few people saying, Hampton, thank you so much for showing me how to do this. I know what I need to do. I know I need to exercise. I know I need to eat healthier. But I'm not motivated to do it. I don't feel like doing it, and I routinely don't do it. What should I do? Now, I want to address the stock fitness answer to this. Most likely, if you've watched another fitness channel or another fitness content creator, you've heard them mention this before. By the way, I know a lot of you haven't. I'm like the first fitness person you've listened to, which, I feel special, thank you. But if you have, you've probably heard some people say that motivation is nonsense and that discipline is what you really need. And I know exactly what they mean. You do need some discipline in order to do anything in life, in my opinion. Really, you need some discipline to do things even when you don't feel like it. A good example that I like to use is brushing your teeth. Most people aren't motivated or excited to brush their teeth, but it's something that we should do, so most of us do it every night, and as a result, our life is better. Our teeth aren't falling out because we aren't motivated to brush our teeth, so we do it anyway. So there's that level of discipline where you need some discipline in order to do most things in life, if not everything in life. However, it's likely, in my opinion, that the person telling you this is disciplined and motivated in fitness because they've liked fitness enough, they're making a fitness channel about it. So I think that sometimes is taken for granted by these people. What I'll say is that I'll compare fitness to content creation, which is what I'm doing. I'm into fitness, but I'm also into building my social media, building a YouTube channel, building an Instagram account, and that's one way where I can absolutely say I'm disciplined and motivated. When I'm disciplined, I know I need to post regularly, I know I need to answer our community questions, I need to do the best practices, have a good thumbnail, even when I sometimes don't feel like it, right? But when you're motivated, and I am, then I can really burn the midnight oil when I need to. I can work for 7 or 8 hours sometimes when someone who's just disciplined would really have to struggle, whereas I'm enthralled. So what I'm saying is that while discipline can get you most places, motivation, regular good motivation, I think can really take you to the top, and it can really help you excel beyond the people who don't feel like doing it and are using self-control and discipline just to go through the motions. So to use a comparison, if we think of fitness as a journey, or a marathon in this case, then being disciplined can help you cross the finish line. It can help you finish the race. But being disciplined and motivated can help you win the race. It can help you win the marathon, or at least place very highly. Now, you might listen to this and say, Hampton, that's great. That sounds like it makes a lot of sense. I am somewhat disciplined. I do brush my teeth. But how do I stay motivated? Where do I get that secret sauce and stay motivated to exercise? Well, in this case, let's look at some reasons why you might not be motivated and try to fix those, or at least confront them. The first, I would say, is your workout working for you? Are you getting results from your workout? If you don't take anything else from this video, if you just watch this for the next 20 seconds and you skip away, I would say find a routine and commit to sticking to it for at least a month or a few months. A lot of times people tell me that they are into fitness, but they only do the exercises they feel like that day. Every once in a while they go do some push-ups. Every once in a while they do some sit-ups. Every once in a while they do some pull-ups. And this usually does not get good results long-term. Eventually they'll be like, I stopped working out because I didn't really see results. But if you find a schedule designed by a personal trainer or someone who knows what they're doing, and you make results day after day, maybe not day after day, but week after week, and you see yourself getting stronger or losing weight or gaining muscle or whatever your goals are, then you're a lot more motivated. It's like going to work. If you go to work, you expect to get paid usually, and if you keep going to your job and you don't get paid for a long time, then usually you quit or you look for a different job. In this case, that's what I'll say. If your current workout routine, you've tried it for a while, because you do need to stick to it for a little while to see some results, but if you tried it for a few months and you're just not going anywhere, you're not losing weight, you don't feel better, you're not getting more muscle, then feel free to try something else and try not to let that discourage you too much, because that's all part of the journey. let's say you tried CrossFit and it's not working out for you, and you tried it for a few months and you're like, ah, man, nothing ever works. Am I ever going to get fit? And I think, yeah, you can absolutely get fit. You can try CrossFit, but now you know it doesn't work for you. And now you can try home workouts, calisthenics. I am a little bit biased towards calisthenics. Or you can try kickboxing or something. Trying things and realizing they're not for you is just part of the journey, so don't get too discouraged from that. And the second thing that you may want to consider is, how much does fitness even mean to you? Because it doesn't mean the same to everyone. Again, if you've listened to other fitness content creators, and I'm not bashing them here, this makes total sense, but they obviously care about fitness a lot. They made it their whole living. It's like you ask a baker how much they care about baking. They often care about it a lot. But you may not feel the same way. And it's really up to us. It's up to the individual to decide how much they actually care about getting fit. So I mentioned before, once again, that there are some overweight people that I know that, like medically overweight, that are happy. And I can't really say that being super fit would make them much happier. They know, and they talk to me, they're like, yeah, I have some health problems from this, but I just don't really care enough. You know, you gotta die from something. And that's really up to the individual to make that decision. I can't really tell someone, hey, you really do need to get fitter, otherwise you're going to be unhappy, because even fit people, in quotes, sometimes do detrimental things to their health. Sometimes they'll smoke, sometimes they'll drink, sometimes they'll do dangerous drugs. So it's not really my place to judge whether or not something will make someone happy. So you may want to consider, how fit do you want to be? Do you want to look like me? Do you want to be super muscular and shredded? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do you want to be an athlete? This is a question that you really have to ask yourself. This second point isn't really something that discourages someone, but it's something that I think we should all consider and answer for ourselves, and allow the answer to change as time goes by. And once again, just to use myself as an example, I am a fitness content creator and I do like fitness, but even then there are certain things that I don't care about as much as other people do. A good example of this, I think, is having very lean looking abs. This is a very common fitness goal, is to have excellent looking abs, but it's just not really something I ever cared about. I don't know why. Now, I do seem to be genetically predisposed to weigh less than average, so I lose weight very easily. I was sick a couple of weeks ago and I lost like 10 pounds just because I ate a little bit less than I usually do. So that might come easier to me than it does to certain other people, but it's just not really something I care about, and I'm not sure why. By the way, power to you if you want great looking abs or you already have them. Congratulations on that. High five. Something I want to add to this point is that if you decide that you don't really care about fitness, or you don't care about it that much, is you can consider some way to make your fitness fun, and that can keep you motivated. Because you may not be motivated to build your fitness, in quotes, by going to the gym or doing workouts at home, but you might be motivated to play tennis with some friends, or even just go for a walk every day around the neighborhood with your neighbors. Or you might want to play basketball or join a league or something. One of the reasons why sports are popular among kids is because, well, it's kind of hard to get kids into the gym, like under 9, and get them on the machines and tell them about proper form, but sometimes they really like playing with a kickball or a basketball or a baseball. So try to find some way to make your fitness fun, try to have something that you can do to enhance that fun. For example, if you really get into tennis, then you might want to do squats, you might want to do push-ups, you might want to do pull-ups to improve your tennis game, not necessarily look better. So keep that in mind. Also, side note on a side note, I think VR is going to play a much larger role this decade than in the previous ones, so VR sports and VR fitness might become more of a thing, and that really entertains some people. I need to look more into it. I will do a few reviews on that, and if that's what motivates you, then I think it has a lot of potential. And finally, the third thing that I'll mention that might affect your motivation is your lifestyle and your diet, things like that. To tie it back to what I was talking about at the beginning, content creation, comparing fitness to content creation, I am very disciplined in that, and I'm very motivated in that. However, by the way, the reason I'm so disciplined and motivated is because you all make it a lot of fun, so thank you very much for that. But like I mentioned, a few weeks ago, I was sick, and for a few days, I was not nearly as disciplined, I was not nearly as motivated. I kind of lost both of those things because of the state my body was in. I made a video talking about it. Here, I'll show it here. Now, we do often heal from sickness, but what if this is a recurring thing? What if you're otherwise healthy, but you're regularly not motivated? Well, I would consider things like your sleep and your diet. So when I moved to college the first time, I regularly exercised back then. And for the first week or so, the first month or so actually, I noticed that I was much less motivated to exercise. And when I was doing the exercises, I was a lot more tired, and I just didn't seem to have the energy levels and the inspiration that I usually do to keep exercising every day. So I was thinking, why is this happening? And for me, it was my diet. I was eating a poorer diet because I had just moved. I was running low on time because I was trying to move everything in and go to classes. So I was like, well, I'll try to eat more of a balanced diet. So for me, I actually ate more fruit, and that actually really helped. So there is some fear and fear-mongering around fruit right now because of the sugars that are in fruit. I like fruit. I think it can be a good part of one's diet, a topic for a different day. And the other thing that I just mentioned is sleep. How much sleep are you getting? If you're only getting 2 or 3 hours a night, or more realistically, as some people get 5 or 6, and you always feel exhausted, in fact, you're so used to feeling exhausted that you don't realize that you're exhausted, this is just normal living for you, then of course you don't feel like exercising. Because your body is telling you to rest and not go do extra stuff because you might not have the energy to do that extra stuff. So I know this is easier said than done. You know, there's insomnia, there's some different reasons people don't sleep, but if at all possible, if you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of rest a night, try to get 7 or 8 hours of rest a night. Keep in mind that the ideal amount of sleep always seems to be changing and might differ from person to person. So if you've read a study that says, well, this study says I only need 4 hours of sleep, there's probably other studies that contradict that. Once again, I'm not really trying to argue one way or the other in this video. If you're exhausted and you don't get a lot of sleep, I would experiment with getting more sleep. So that's really it for today's video. I apologize if I went on a bit longer than I expected. I get excited about these topics, but I really hope that helped you. Please leave a comment below about what motivates you, and maybe it can help some others. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day, my friend.